And we are live. You're welcome to the June 2022 cohort of the International Masterful Speakers Masterclass. David Lawal, often called the Masterful Speakers Coach. I'm sure you guys have been seeing the flyers, you guys have been seeing the videos, you guys have been seeing the broadcast messages with the links, people telling you reach out to the Masterful Speakers Coach. And here you are in the same class with the Masterful Speakers Coach. That's because you have taken the decision to be a certified international masterful speaker. And I want to say that this is going to be so much of an adventure for you. This is the first of 6 training sessions that we're going to be having virtually via Google Meet. And then we're also going to have 3 practical sessions where you're going to be actually presenting something that will be coach guided and coach reviewed. So, and then towards the end of the masterclass, you're going to participate in what is called the Masterful Speakers Challenge. So this is the first session we're going to be having via Google Meet. And today is the introductory session of the International Masterful Speakers Masterclass for the June 2022 cohort. So what we're going to be doing today is really introduction. We're going to be introducing you to what it means for you to be a masterful speaker, not just any kind of speaker, not just a confident speaker, but a masterful speaker, a confident plus speaker. We're going to be introducing you to what it means to be that kind of person. We're going to be sharing with you 5 essential ingredients that you need to involve in your speaking, in your writing, in your leadership, in order for you to be known as masterful. And then we're going to share with you 3 tenets of masterful public speaking that if you imbibe, you will indeed be a masterful public speaker. But then before that, we're going to introduce, you're going to tell me a bit about yourself, and then feel free also to tell me to ask me about myself so that I can tell you a bit about myself. And I want to say this, that you shouldn't take this masterclass as a class. Don't take it as a class. Don't take it as, like this traditional class where you have to take notes. You have to. But I want you to see this masterclass as an adventure. Can someone go into the chat section and type adventure? That's what I want you to see this masterclass as, an adventure. As if you're hanging out with people who are very passionate about speaking. And this is a community of speakers, those who are seeking to grow themselves. Thank you so much. Yeah, an adventure. Masterful speaker, Sylvia, leader Sylvia. So happy to have you here. Miriam, Abdullah. Adventure, exactly. That's what this masterclass is going to be like. It's an adventure. You are hanging out with people who are very interested and very passionate about masterful public speaking. That is what it's going to be like. And then let me say this. The trainings we're going to be giving you in this masterclass, the lectures are going to be so robust. You're going to hear things in this masterclass that you might have never heard in any public speaking training you've ever attended. That's fantastic, but I want to tell you that it only forms 20% of the total value that you're going to be getting from any of the sessions. Now, in order for you to get 100%, the rest 80% of the value, you need to ask questions. You need to share your own experiences. You need to also share your own thoughts and share your own challenges with the class, because it is in you sharing your contributions that your own training is having a training effect on every other person who is part of this class, so that your own contributions, the questions you ask, the answers we provide, and it's not going to be answers coming from the coach himself alone, is also going to be contribution coming from other people to the questions that are asked and answers coming from you as well, so that we can have a more enriching experience in this masterclass, so that your own training is having a training effect on other people. And then I want to say, I'm not the only trainer here. I am the lead trainer, associate trainers from Nigeria, from Ghana, from South Africa, from Switzerland, from Canada, from UK and the USA. So they're going to be joining us in the masterclass. So it's a beautiful thing throughout the rest of the month. It's going to be really exciting. So we're not going to be taking it like a very formal class or anything. We're going to be taking it Q&A. We're going to be taking it, sharing videos with you, sharing experiences with you, asking questions, walking you through, you reaching out, giving us calls and saying, hello, coach, this is what I'm working on. I'm having this invitation. What do you think I should do, coach? It's a coaching experience. Okay. And as we move further in the class, we're going to let you understand what a coaching experience is. I know that some of you have never really been in a coaching experience. You've signed up for classes where you've paid like 1,000 naira, 5,000 naira. And so you've not really felt that care, that level of care, that level of concern, that level of family that we feel in this masterclass. Like you've been in the midst of so many people, like 300 participants or 200 participants. You've not been amidst like 10 people on video like this. You've not been in a coaching program where you are being trained and mentored by people from several other countries of the world. You've never really been in that situation, or maybe you've been there and you're just lost in the crowd. Maybe you don't know what the experience feels like. This masterclass is going to be totally enriching. I want to encourage you, when we do give you the practice exercises, you are going to encounter difficulties. But here is something we want you to know. Reach out to the coaches and ask us questions. We are not here to just test you. We're here to make the stuff that you're made of to become better, and for people around you to see the new version of you that they will be so inspired by. So if you're really ready, I want you to go to the chat section and type, I am ready. I am ready to indeed be a masterful speaker. Just type that. I am ready to indeed be a masterful speaker. While you're typing that, I want to say that the next in our agenda this evening is for us to have some introductions. Like, we're going to be hearing from you. We're going to be hearing you tell us a bit about yourself. And before that, I would like to bring leader Sylvia to the virtual platform so that she can share with us a bit, so that she can welcome you guys. She's the director of events at Friendship Leadership Institute, the organization that hosts the International Masterful Speakers Masterclass. So, Leader Sylvia, if you can hear us, unmute yourself and greet our new Masterful speakers. Where are you, Leader Sylvia?
Hello, good evening. I hope you all can hear me. My name is Sylvia Ibrahim. I'm from Kogi State, and I'm glad to be amongst the new members of Masterful Speakers. I hope you all have a wonderful time. I would say Coach David is a good coach. And hello, can you hear me?
Very well, we can hear you.
Okay, I wish you a wonderful time here.
So what would you say as an encouragement to our new masterful speakers? What would be, if you're going to give them one key to achieving success in this masterclass and to dealing with their new coach, David Lawal, what one key would you give to them?
Okay, to go through the classes and practice. They can ask questions. And of course, I know you'll be there to answer their questions. That's what I would say, to be dedicated to the class and practice more of the words given.
Fantastic. And then one final question for you. What do you think awaits these masterful speakers as soon as they finish their masterclass and they get certified? What are some of the things that we have for them in the Global Masterful Speakers Network that awaits them in order for them to start taking their serious journey, to stop dreaming about being a masterful speaker someday, but to start seriously being a practicing masterful speaker?
Yeah, though we have a family of masterful speakers in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So they have the opportunity of coming to this family every week. And it's very good when you are in the midst of people with like minds, they're ready to encourage you and help you through. So that's one thing, one important thing in joining this Masterful Speakers class.
Fantastic. That's been our director of events. Don't worry, when you finally get into the Global Masterful Speakers network, she is going to be scheduling you for book reviews. So that way you're going to be practicing reading, making sure you're at the cutting edge of things. And then at the same time, you are going to be, you know, serving other people and speaking, not just practicing now, but serving people and getting what one of my friends calls environmental feedback. Environmental feedback really feeds your growth. Thank you so much, Masterful Speaker Sylvia. Our Sylvia Ibrahim, you can see that name on the screen. That's not a real name. I don't know if it's a real name anyway. How do you pronounce that name?
That's my native name, Aboswahi.
Okay, great. From Kogi State. Who else is from Kogi State, Nigeria? Okay, good. Thank you so much, Master Speaker Sylvia. You can mute yourself now. Now we're going to be going to introductions. I'm going to be calling names. As soon as I call your name, you are going to unmute yourself, and then you're going to show us your video, and then you're going to introduce yourself to us. You're going to tell us your name. You're going to tell us a bit about yourself. You're going to tell us about your speaking experience so far, and then you're going to tell us about how you got to know about this masterclass and what you're hoping to achieve from this masterclass. Okay? So the first person on my screen is Ahmed Zainab. Zainab, unmute yourself, unmute your video as well. Let us see your face, okay? And then talk to us. Introduce yourself to the entire house.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ahmad Zainab. Actually, there's no light here, so I don't know.
Sorry.
You can see my face,
No
so I'm
worries. Go ahead.
sorry about that. Um, I'm a 100 level student, a fresher. I just gained admission last year into Federal University of Polytechnic, Federal University of Technology. I mean, MENA in Nigeria.
Great.
So I got this opportunity through someone. Her name is Anifat. She's a speaker, and I came to meet her through one of her videos. I was so inspired. Like I was like, wow, this is so so touching. So from there, like I was able to get a link through someone. So I was able to get contact with her, and since then we've been communicating. So today I just saw the post on our status, and I was like, wow, I right from small, like right from childhood, I love talking, especially when I was in school. I love talking in the assembly, and I always want to be outside to talk to my friends, and I always want to I just love talking and reading, especially on the assembly ground there. So I was like, I should just try and go for this class and see if I consider it to be maybe a talent or something I have passion for. If it should be in me, then I need to take more step and try to go for that. Like if I do more practice and I join the class, I should be able to bring out the best in me and be better than I used to be. So I have the passion in me already, so I just need to work on myself. And I know with the help of this class, masterful speakers, I would be great. Thank you.
Wow, you already are part of the family. You're welcome home. You have the passion clearly, and then you have the voice. I must say, you're going to make a very good speaker, and I'm happy that you're here. Masterful speaker Anifa Sado has been such a very inspiring masterful speaker, a resilience coach. That you guys, all of you here, are still going to meet in the Global Masterful Speakers Network. So you can see you came into this masterclass through somebody who once took this class a while ago. So people never stop loving the experience that they get from this class, and they keep recommending it. And I'm sure that this is going to be a fantastic experience for you too. You're welcome on board. Very soon, you're going to be a masterful speaker, Ahmed Zainab. You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. I really
Yeah, yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah. It's my pleasure. Now, the next person I have on the screen is Andrew Gold. Andrew Gold, over to you now. Andrew Gold, where are you? Andrew Gold. Can Andrew Gold hear me? He's
Okay.
been doing an
All right.
amazing
Begin.
job. Yeah,
Okay.
welcome.
Yeah. Well, public speaking. My name is Andrew. Um, I believe you know my name already, Coach. I'm happy to be here today. Um, Let me say, public speaking is something that I've actually anticipated for years now. Back then, when I was in secondary school, anticipating, believing, hoping that one day I'm going to be a public speaker. You see, my major aim in becoming a public speaker is to change lives. I heard this from a mentor. He told me it was just there talking about he's a public speaker, so he was talking to the people, and he said something. He said, "Talking, speaking to people, change lives." And when I heard it, I was like, wow. So if I can talk to people, if I can inspire people, as many as possible, that means I can change the lives of people. So I was happy about that. That yes, I want to be something like that. I also want to inspire people. I also want to change lives. So I started growing. I started developing the interest. Though I don't have the opportunity to speak. In fact, in secondary school, I was horrible in my speech. I don't know how to speak. It's just too bad for me. But okay, just too bad. But thank God today I've been grinding, I've been grinding, I've been studying, I've been every opportunity I have, I study, I go on with master coach, my coaches, lecture me, they told me this is what I should do, I do so many things and today here am I. So I was introduced to this masterful speakers. Can you still hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can anyone
Very
still hear
well.
me? Can you hear me? I
We
think
can
I'm
hear
having a
you.
connection problem.
We
Coach,
can
can
hear
you hear
you.
me, sir?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I know
I
you're
said
battling the network
I was
over there.
introduced to this club by a sister, just like a friend, Miss Miloluwa. Her name is Milolu. Okay, okay, all right. I said, yeah, exactly. I don't know what's wrong with my network here. So I said I got introduced to this Masterful Speaker Club by a friend. Her name is Simi Loluwa. Wow. Please, can you still hear me?
Yeah,
I
sure.
want to make
Just
sure the
go
network is
ahead. Don't
here.
worry. Yeah, I'm in network live, but no problem. Just go ahead, okay?
But talk. Okay. I said I got introduced to this club by a friend called Similoluwa. She's a friend and also a sister. So I've been telling her about public speaking. She's somebody so close to me that when I meet her, I tell her my things, I tell her the things I want to do, my plans. And that day I went to meet her and she told me that I know of a guy in my school. He's a graduate of Federal University of Funab. So I went to meet her. She said, I know somebody called Coach Lawal. He said the guys who can train you and become a masterful coach. I was like, okay, wow. Okay, I want to become a masterful speaker. So can you link me to the man? The first day when she gave me your phone number and I shouted you up, you didn't reply. You didn't reply. I was like, wow, what have I done? So, but the other time, then she shared a link to me and I was able to link up and I was able to do so many things. Sha. I believe. So I think that's all. That's all. That's all, Masterful Speaker. Can you hear me, sir? think I'm having
Yeah, that's
challenge
quite a
with the network.
story. No worries. That's quite a story. Happy to have you here finally. And I'm sorry for the time when you messaged me first time and I couldn't respond. It's possible I had an issue back then, but no worries. Here you are, and here we are together, taking the journey as masterful speakers. And I'm sure that it's going to be a fantastic one. You're welcome. Let's do this together. You can mute yourself while I will call on the next person. So, Andrea Gold, you're welcome. Very soon, you're going to be masterful speaker, Andrea Gold, certified masterful speaker, Andrea Gold, and I'm sure you're going to love every bit of this. Some of you are actually joining the class for a test. I would say someone like Andrew Gold has actually paid for the class. Okay, he has paid fully. So after this is just a straight smooth ride. He's going to get access to the rest of the other 5 sessions. But some of you are here to test. It's no problem. It's why you're here today. So the next person on my screen is Anyebate Namdi. Namdi Anyebate. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but you can unmute yourself and then share with us. Let me know what your real name is, okay? Anyebate Namdi, you're the next person for us today.
Hey
Anyebate?
everyone,
Yeah,
good
good evening.
evening, good morning, wherever you're joining from. My name is Aniebe Tnamde. Yes, I'm from Akwa Ibom, so it might be difficult to pronounce names from there, but I mean, you can just call me Annie, so
Fantastic.
that's fine.
Oh,
I
great.
mean, wonderful work you're doing, Mr. Lawal, I must confess,
Thank you.
because I mean, is speaking is such a great stuff in our society that we need to build in us as an individual and in corporate environment and whatever space that you find yourself, you need to be able to communicate properly and clearly. You might say you don't need it, but then you will face, yeah, even being in school, you need to defend your projects after school. You need to do presentations. You need to defend and other stuff. So regardless of wherever you are, you'd be at what point or the other you would need to be a public speaker. And there's a saying that whenever you open your mouth, you tell the world what you have in you, and it's just one shot you have at it. Once you lose
Mm,
it, you might not have the opportunity again. So it's better that you get it right the first time. Then, and also, they say what you say is it's 50% of how you say it really matters. So
mm,
sometimes you spend so much time on the content, but how you deliver the speech really, really matters a whole lot. Which the emotional intelligence, connecting with your audience, your facial expression, and then all those are part of the public speaking. And I'll say, wonderful job. Actually, I'm the founder of DR Technologies and also Transform Africa, a leading ICT company in Nigeria, and then we operate in close to 4 countries, South Africa and the rest. So actually, why I joined is to I saw your contact with on a friend's list, and I was impressed with what you've done with her. So I said, okay, let me see, and because there are some team members that I might want to go through the courses, so I said, okay, let me see what it entails, and then we'll push on from there. So nice to be here, and I'm glad to finally meet you. Thank you.
Mr. Niebert, it's fantastic to hear you. You know, it's been said that when the leader speaks, the people listen. And you quoted Les Brown, who said, his mentor told him, Les, you've got to develop your mind and develop your communication skills because when you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. And that's exactly what you said. And you just communicated with us and we could feel you. Thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to working with your team members. It will be such a pleasure to train them to effectiveness so that you can enjoy the glories of leadership in your organization. I'm sure we're going to have a more fantastic time together. And you are indeed a masterful speaker. You're in the right place. And I'm sure that it's going to be a beautiful exchange this evening. You're welcome on board, Mr. Anyebate. Now, to Feishayo Ogulade. Feishayo Ogulade is the next person on the list. Feishayo Ogulade, my brother. What's up? Unmute yourself, man. He's not unmuted himself. What's up, Mr. Fei? It's my brother. He's actually been to my house. He's not unmuted himself. I don't know why. When you finally get a way to unmute yourself, let us know. Okay, Faye. Now the next person on my list is I will skip Oduse. I would like him to talk last. Oh, he's found a way. Okay. You found a way and then you're back. What's up? Talk to us. Whoa. Okay. Let me move to Okora for Chiyere, I suppose. Okora for over to you now, please. A lot of two should start getting ready. Okora for Chiyere, what's up? Can anyone hear Okora for Chiyere? Oh, looks like she's having network issues at her end as well. So before I call on Oduse is one of our masterful speakers who took the masterclass a while ago. He's here, and I'm gonna allow him talk to you. He's an amazing. Oh, good evening. She's
Hello,
having
can you
network
hear me?
issues.
Hello, can you
Yeah,
hear
I can
me?
hear you. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Mm. Mm. Nigeria, that's where we are. Sorry, people, sorry. Okay, the next person, Oladotun. Oladotun, what's up? Let's hear from you. Looks like Okorafo is back. Oladotun, let's hear from you. Video.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Who is speaking?
Hey, good evening. It's Olada.
Yeah, good evening, Oladotun. Oladotun, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, you're already unmuted rather, and then let us see your face as well. You had your video at the beginning of the class. Go ahead.
Yes, there's no light. Okay, good
Hey,
evening, everybody.
sorry. Good evening.
Sorry, I thought myself privileged to be in this class. I just arrested my friend and my friends, you know. So he just told me that I know you to be an asserting person. I know it's now to convey your message, the word to your friends, to your small circle. And like, you can do better. Can just get yourself equipped and then get some backing. I'm like, okay, then let me check what I'll get through it. So right my decided I made myself to have a message to convey. You understand? Have a message to convey. And it's not just about having a message. How do you convey it? How do you
Exactly.
structure your words? How do
Mm-hmm.
you convey it? Do you what you have in mind, or just keep on falling out your mind without taking if people understand well what you are trying to tell them. So I think from this class I will learn how to how to structure my words, how to make sure my message gets the destination, the recipient, they get it well. So both the encoder and decoder, they get the message well. You understand? So there will be a nice output at the same. So I'm looking forward to learning
Interesting.
more from this. Hope it will help me.
Interesting. Can't wait for you to now be masterful speaker, certified masterful speaker, Oladato Omodasola. You're welcome. And uh, just say thank you to your friend because this is going to be a golden real experience for you. Now, the next person I'm going to call to the podium, the virtual podium, to introduce herself to us is no other person but Miracle Ayomikun. Miracle Ayomiko, what's up? Miracle, unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Yeah, good evening. If there's power, you can let us see your face.
Oh, no light here.
Nigeria, no worries. Go ahead, Miracle.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Miracle, and I'm so happy to be part of this class. And I hope and I know I'm going to learn a lot from this. So that's awesome. And I
No
really,
worries. Tell us, what's your experience like in public speaking so far? Talk to us about that.
okay. Well, I don't know, but God has helped me to, I don't know what to say. I've not really been talking outside like that, like publicly, but I've been opportuned to be in a radio station, and at least once in a while, I do speak to people. I do speak on here, and also during my secondary school days, I do speak, and any given opportunity, like I'm always speaking, but not. I've never talked in a place where we have full like a lot of people, like lots of people rather.
Now you're welcome. This is the beginning of your journey into professional speaking. Or if you want to be a speaking professional, whichever way you want to do it, you are good to go by being in the masterclass here. So you're welcome, Miracle. Sit back. You're gonna be a certified masterful speaker soon. After 1 month of training, we're gonna certify you, and then we're gonna continue on the journey of growing as a masterful speaker. So now let me quickly get down to Oduse, masterful speaker Oduse Olasukami. He's completed the masterclass. You know, he has been a writer and now he's becoming a speaker and he has completed training on masterful public speaking. Masterful speaker Oduse Olasukami, the virtual podium is now yours.
Okay, hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello, I've missed this your voice. Good to hear from you again.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. I am Masterful Speaker Adewale Odushe, and it's good to be here. I'm so glad. It's been a while to hearing from you, sir. Masterful Speaker Oduse.
You
Yeah,
like
it's
that? You're feeling yourself. I see. I see you're feeling yourself. Masterful speaker Dulce, right?
yeah, that's right, yeah. Yeah,
It,
it feels wonderful to actually be addressed by Masterful Speaker Odushe.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, and
It just feel that.
yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
the coaching class, the coaching class meant a lot to me. I learned a lot from it. Like the sessions were wonderful, and lately I've always seen myself speaking on the podium. Like I'm always imagining myself speaking on the podium. Like it's becoming an habit. Like to just stand and start talking. Like try practicing. Yeah, and like I'm always like when will that event come that I'm going to stand on that podium, I'll be talking, and then I say that where have you gone to for internship? I said, look, I just attended the masterful speaking coaching class, and I learned how to speak masterfully. I learned how to talk masterfully. I learned how to engage masterfully in speaking and stuff. And I, I'm excited to be here.
You know, the excitement is really, really evident. Masterful speaker, I do say, just for the sake of our new masterful speakers in training, what would you say was the most interesting aspect of the experience for you during your own time of training?
Okay. The most interesting part was the fact where the part where we were, the diction part where diction gift and coach diction coach
Coach
gift and
Coach
diction coach
Gift
Ketura.
Ketura.
Yeah,
Okay,
coach gift
yeah,
and Ketura. So
yeah.
I remember playing with her name Ketura. Yeah, I remember. So I can't forget. I can't forget
Ketura, right?
Ketura. She pronounced it Ketura, not Ketura. So Ketura. Yeah. So
Uh,
like I remember it so much when she was giving us the diction and I was like, see the way she pronounced it. So because as as she was doing it, as she was teaching us, even I was practicing it. I was practicing it at my own side. So as she was saying, I was saying it too. So I could I could feel the energy in the voice. So like after that time, I became like curious to hear more voices like that, and also I know I have a good voice, so I just had to look for a way to polish my voice and everything, and it's been really awesome.
yeah. I wish that you could just take the all of the time today to tell them about your transformation. But honestly, if you guys met Masterful Speaker Oduse before now, he used to say almost in every word. But look at him, it's flowing. And I noticed that even before the ending of the masterclass, he really transformed. He was very determined. He was part of the people who came to class first. As soon as the link was dropped, he was in class. I mean, he was just such an amazing person. And look at him, even after his own training, he's here. He's not paying anything to attend the master class this time around. He's here. He's going to have access to the master classes. That's the benefit of taking this master class. You take it once and then you have access to every other month without paying any dime. So, Master Speaker Adusha, you're welcome. And don't worry, our new Masterful Speakers will meet you in the Global Masterful Speakers Network so that you guys can collaborate and do some fantastic things together.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you
I'll
so
be
much.
yes, sir.
Definitely. So without wasting time, let us just quickly go to today's session while I'm going to just teach something. And then after this, we're going to be getting ready for our other trainers to come engage us in the coming days of the masterclass. So at the beginning here, let me just tell you some of the things that you should expect in a masterclass, the way it's structured. We are going to have 6 sessions, as I already told you, 6 sessions. So this is session 1. This is introduction to masterful public speaking. That's what this evening is about. I can see that you all are already ready to take your speaking game to another entirely new level. You want to play at a different game. You no longer want to be someone aiming to be a confident speaker. You want to be indeed a masterful speaker. So this class, the whole aim of this class is to take you from being one who has been aiming to become a confident speaker to being one who is indeed a masterful speaker, so that you are not even bothered about whether you are confident or not. But because you're masterful, being afraid of speaking or being confident about it is no longer going to be an issue for you. What you will just do is the very fact that you will serve your audiences in the most masterful way possible. You will amaze yourself and you inspire your audience. So Module 1 is Introduction to Masterful Public Speaking, and that's our session right now, or session 1. So the next class we're going to be having, which is going to be tomorrow by 7 p.m., and let me just say this, the classes are going to be on Fridays, Saturdays, and Wednesdays. Or let me arrange it this way: Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Can someone go to the chat section? In fact, all of you, go to the chat section and type Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Just type that. Very important you do that. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. By 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, only that on Saturdays, sometimes we might start later than 7 p.m. On Saturdays, we might start around, let's say, 7:30 or 8 o'clock. But it's possible you're going to be starting by 7 p.m. So you can just keep your mind, anything you're doing, do it until 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, on Fridays, on Saturdays. And it's not going to be all Wednesdays and all Fridays and all Saturdays in the month. No, no, no. It's going to be 2 Wednesdays, 2 Fridays, and 2 Saturdays. That's all. 2 Wednesdays, 2 Fridays, and 2 Saturdays. And as I told you, we're going to be conversing, particularly in the chat room. So if there will be any need for any change, we're going to communicate it to you. As I told you, this is really an experience. This is an adventure where you're going to be hanging out with us. So module 1, which is going to be the next session, is how to master spoken English, the dynamics of fluency, and polish. You want to be able to speak with fluency and polish. The next session is going to be for you, how to master spoken English, so that when you speak, there is an excellence about it. There is such a fluency about your speech that you are going to be able to persuade any audience anywhere in the entire world. You're not just going to be able to appeal to Nigerian audiences and African audiences, but to audiences across the globe. And notice, it is not about speaking like an American or a Canadian or an Englishman or a Scottish man. It is not about speaking like an Australian. It's about speaking like you, but with super excellence. It doesn't matter if you still have the African accent, but you'll be able to do it in such a way that is super exciting, in such a way that commands respect, in such a way that when you speak, people know that you're masterful. So it's not about changing your tongue or changing your tone or changing your diction. It's about polishing yourself so that even with your own natural accent, you're able to soar the hearts of the people who listen to you. There's a firmness about what you say so that your words will land upon the hearts of the people who listen to you with punches. Okay, so that's really what we want to help you achieve in the masterclass, particularly in that next session, so that you'll be able to speak with polish and excellence and class. Then I also want to say we're going to be sharing with you 6 gold standard practices that really helped me to move from someone whose spoken English was very poor, because I actually lived in a very rural area, to someone who today now speaks masterfully. Now, I'm not going to be the only one. We're going to have some other coaches alongside it. There'll be diction coaches who are going to come to train you, to help you polish up yourself. And I'm not saying you should sound Igbotic, Hausatic, or Yorubatic. No. Even if we're not trying to get to sound Australian, American, UK-ish, Scottish, if we're not getting you to sound that way, we are still wanting to take you off sounding Igbotic, Hausatic, and Yorubatic. Do you get the point? We want you to become an international speaker, and when you speak, you ought to sound that way. So that's the first thing after this introduction that we're going to lead you into, how to master spoken English, the dynamics of fluency and excellence and poise, so that you can speak with class and style. So after that, we're going to lead you into what is called how to prepare for your most memorable speaking engagement. But before how to prepare for your most memorable speaking engagement, we're going to teach you how to prepare for your most memorable speaking engagement. I don't have any notes in front of me, so I think I'm mixing things up. So the next is how to prepare for your most memorable speaking engagement. Fine. Then after that, we're going to teach you how to get and sustain speaking invitations. You know, some of you are already good speakers, but you don't get speaking invitations. If you guys knew me before now, for some of you, Many of you are just meeting me for the first time. But over time, you will discover that sometimes I have about 3 speaking engagements in a particular day: virtual, physical, several speaking engagements. Like, I'm a professional speaker, that is true. But there are ways to get in speaking engagements. Like, people will flood you with speaking engagements. In fact, today I was just talking with someone who took our class, just the last cohort of our class, and she was talking to me and she was saying, Coach, I was invited to speak. Before now, she wasn't really a speaker. In fact, she's currently in 200 level in the University of Ibadan. She had never really been a speaker. But when she took our master class, and here's the secret, when she did the practice exercises, people discovered her, and then they started to invite her. And let me tell you this, just for the very fact that you introduce yourself as Masterful speaker, just for that very fact, I can assure you that you've started already selling yourself, for invitations. So we're going to show you how to get and sustain speaking invitations, even though you're just starting your speaking career. Before the end of this class, I can assure you, people will start to invite you to speak. There are several people in the Global Masterful Speakers Network who, just before they completed the masterclass, they got their invitation to their first speaking engagement. So we're going to show you how that you can actually get speaking invitations and how to sustain that. And after that, we are now going to show you how to host your own events. There are some of you like going to events, you like going to conferences and seminars and workshops, and you enjoy going to seminars and workshops and conferences, and that's beautiful. You should do more of that. But it is more amazing that you not only attend those conferences and workshops and seminars, but you are the speaker there. Look at it. If you go to a seminar or a workshop or a conference, let's say you have 100 people there. Now, there's going to be like about 3 to 5 speakers speaking to 100 people or 200 people or 300 people or 500 people. Notice, it doesn't matter who those speakers are. Those speakers are the most respected people in that particular room. So yes, after this, as much as you like to go to conferences and seminars and workshops, I want you to take it up a notch. I want you to start being not just someone who enjoys the experiences at conferences, at workshops and seminars, but you should be the one delivering the experience that people enjoy. We should not only be the one going to shake hands and saying, sir, what you said, or ma, what you said at the event I attended some years back really changed my life. You should be the one now receiving the handshake. You should be the one people will start to approach and say, thank you for speaking at that conference. What you said really transformed my life. Thank you for leading that workshop. Thank you for leading that seminar. What you said there really transformed my life, and my life is the better for it. So how do you start to host your own events? And some of you are like, sir, I don't have much experience. I don't have much money. I don't have connection. I don't know so much. And I'm like, wow, no worries. We're going to show you how to host your own events, even if you don't have any of those things, and to host it in the best possible way. And here is it. Apart from us showing you that in the Global Masterful Speakers Network, we have a support community, as we told you already, the Global Masterful Speakers Network, okay, where you are going to get help in your first event so that you're not doing it alone. Okay, you're going to get help in advice, in support, in mentorship, in guidance, so that from the very first conception of an idea of your event to the very execution, that even physically, our masterful speakers are going to be present with you at your physical event. If it's going to be a physical event, wherever you are in Nigeria, whether you are in Lagos or Abuja, we have our masterful speakers everywhere across the country. And apart from even across the country, we have our masterful speakers across the continent, so that even if you're not in Nigeria, wherever you are, you're going to get representation at your physical event. If your own challenge is the fact that you don't have speakers, we have over 300 already trained speakers in the Global Masterful Speakers Network who definitely, at least you're going to get one speaker who is going to come and attend your event and even speak at your event. And if you don't have money to pay them, they're going to do it free of charge. Do you get it? So here you are in the Global Masterful Speakers Network, and this is just the most fantastic training you ever get. And so apart from how to host your own event, we are then going to show you finally. So notice, I hope someone is taking notes. I was expecting you guys to be taking notes in the chat section, okay? You ensure you take notes, okay? Because we like to share our notes with people who maybe are not able to make the class. I don't come with notes to the class. Yeah, there is a slide here. I'm still going to go through the slide. I come with certain slides, but they are very sparse. They are PowerPoint. So we need you guys to take notes, even though there'll be the record, share with people in the chat section, okay? So let me mention some of the things we're going to be going through. Now, this is the introductory class, so this is number 1. Number 2, we're going to be going through how to master spoken English. Number 3, how to prepare for your most memorable speaking engagement. Number 4, how to get and sustain speaking invitations, okay? And number 5, how to host your own events. And then number 6, how to master anything. The most unexplored but most radical key to the mastery of anything at all, particularly the mastery of public speaking. So let me hear from you. Since I've delineated all of these amazing things that we have ahead of us before the end of the month, let me hear from you. How do you feel about this fantastic package that we've got for you? Just use one word. How do you feel? One word in the chat section. I'm waiting. One word in the chat section. Harvard Zainab said excited. Thank you, Zainab. I'm still waiting for other people's responses. Deborah said elated. I like that. Looks like your word is taken, so you're searching the thesaurus for a word. Wells, I'm waiting. I need 3 more responses before I move on. So Aniebet said intrigued. Fantastic. That's so great. I'm still waiting for some responses. I'm still waiting for some responses. Andrew Gold said it's going to be insightful. Yes, it's going to be insightful. It's really going to be insightful. Miracle said fulfilled. Yeah, let's go. So that's it. You're welcome to the International Masterful Speakers Masterclass once again. This is the June 2022 cohorts. And now I want to share with you some winning principles so that you can get the best from the masterclass. The first thing, have a growth mindset, okay? Be willing to develop yourself. Now, let me say this, and I want you guys to capture it in the chat section. Let me see some people are very fast at typing. You know, some of you are coming to this masterclass and you're like, and you hear some things, I will tell you to do some radically different things you've never done before. We're telling you to check out some things you've never checked out. We're telling you to form some new habits, things that are not your habits. And then I can hear some of you saying to yourself already, I'm not this kind of person. I'm different. Like, I've never really done this before. And then I want to say to you, you see, growth is not doing what you've always done the way you've always done it with people you've always done it with. Growth is not doing what you've always done the way you've always done it with people you've always done it with. Growth sometimes is doing what you've never done, certainly with people you've never done it with, in a way you've never done it before. Or it's about doing what you've always done in a way you've never done it before. It might be with the people you've been doing it with, or it might be with another entirely different set of people. So be ready, be open-minded. There are several people you're going to be meeting here, connecting with here. So I want you to have a growth mindset so that you are willing to grow through this process. There are several things you're going to tell yourself to attempt, and make sure you do it in this masterclass. So have a growth mindset. Be willing to adopt new new perspectives, be willing to adopt new habits, be willing to do new things so that you can become a new version of yourself. Some of you are really afraid of the new version of yourself. You are afraid of what people would say when you begin to polish your diction. You're afraid of people who are going to say, oh, you're forming. Come on, if those people cannot take you, let them get away. They are not willing to take this new improved version of you, then they're not going to stick with you. Then you should be willing to roll with the people who are going to get this new version of you. Now, you see, here's the beautiful thing. You need to become a new version of yourself in order for you to connect with people who are more valuable. Think about that. Do you want to stay connected with the people who are keeping you at the stage where you are in? The people who are challenging you to growth? Is that the kind of person you want to remain? Or do you want to get into a league of new people who are challenging you to growth, who are bringing you into new realms of possibilities and opportunities, and even some new realms of value? If you really want to get into that new level, then you must be willing to grow through this process. So have a growth mindset. Enough about that. So master the use of the Google Meet application. Make sure that you, after this, get the Google Meet application, go around, watch YouTube, check out some things, because after this, no more WhatsApp events for you. You can do WhatsApp events, no problem. But after these, our Masterful speakers, when they're doing their first event, they use Google Meet. I'm going to teach you some of the things that you could, do with Google Meet. So I want to encourage you, master the use of Google Meet. You get a point, and then actively participate in class. This is a class where we love active participation. It's not just going to be me talking alone, and it's not just going to be you typing. I love Deborah for what she's doing in the chat section over there. It's not just going to be you typing. There will be times where I'll ask you to unmute yourself and talk to the rest of us in the class. Please make sure you do so. Okay, do not run away. Feel free here, okay? Actively participate in class, then take detailed notes. And then I will encourage you to share your notes with the people, with the rest of us after the class in the chat section. I don't mean in the chat section over here. I mean in the chat room, the WhatsApp chat room. Some people could be taking their notes in the chat section over here, while other people can be taking their notes in the chat section, in the chat room, in the WhatsApp chat room. Other people can be taking their notes in their notepad on their mobile device. So after the class, let us all share our notes in the WhatsApp chat room so that we can compare notes, because there are certain things that you will catch that other people may not catch. And then after the class, we'll also appreciate that you leave a voice note in the WhatsApp chat room about some things that you are willing to do in order for you to make use of the things that you have learned from the just concluded session. We call those things statements of resolution. So you make a resolution that because of what Coach fill in the blank said in this class, and I will have a new perspective. And because of this new perspective, I will now start doing this. Okay, so that's a statement of resolution. So take detailed notes and then attempt all practice exercises. The truth is, the practice exercises are going to stretch you. That's true. The practice exercises are going to stretch you. But the thing is this, you've got to stretch in order for you to grow. And the practice exercises are going to be things that are easily accessible to you. You're going to be producing your own content. We're not going to be giving you topics, except if you then need a topic, you can then come to us and we're going to give you a topic. Feel free, interact with the coaches, interact with my associate trainers, interact with my team members. I'm going to introduce you to them by tomorrow. So make sure you interact with them. Okay, maybe you're trying to reach me and you're not able to reach me. You can reach, I have about 4 to 5 members of our team at Friendship Leadership Institute at the Global Masterful Speakers Network who are with you in this course. And then the trainers are not on the platform, but we always share the contacts of the trainers with you. We don't want to bother the trainers so much because they're very busy people and very amazing people. And let me even say something about the trainers. The trainers are actually people who mentor me personally. So these are my mentors that I bring into the class. These are people who help me to become a better speaker. So you can imagine the people who help me to become a better speaker, the people who are going to be training you. So you must be sure that these are people who are better than me. Okay. And some of them are my friends. Some of them are people who have finished from this masterclass and are doing amazingly. Okay, so be ready for a massive treat, the masterclass. So attempt all practice exercises. If you're having a challenge, feel free to share it. Just tell us, give us an update in the WhatsApp chat room. And because we are a support community, we're going to help you get through the challenge so that you can come out on the other side in victory. I want to quickly say something as I'm still on this fact about attempting all the practice exercises. Can you see behind me? You can see some plaques. You can see the portrait over there. I got all of those things after speaking. Okay, I got them at speaking engagements. So very soon you are going to be that kind of speaker as well. And very soon I'm going to be getting far more than all of those things that you see at the background. But the point is this: you've got to get started somewhere. And the way to get started is from these practice exercises. Okay, so attempt all the practice exercises. Then the next thing is ask questions. I've already told you that 20% of the value that you get would be from the training that you get from the classes, like from this session that we're having right now. Everything I've said so far is just 20% of the value, but 80% of the rest, the rest 80% of the value, in order for you to get 100% value from this class, will happen when you ask questions, will happen when you share your challenges with us. Okay, so make sure that you ask questions, make sure you share your challenges with us. Maybe when we are talking and we're sharing with you in the masterclass, and then you feel like, oh, coach, for this kind of person that I am, I understand all of the things that you've shared with us, but it may not work for me. Feel free, share that with us as well, so that we can now reason about your own peculiarity and be able to get to your own peculiar situation. You see, the way I think about it is this: when we are sharing in the masterclass, we are sharing this, we're sharing the lecture with you. It's more like we've been generic. It's more like we're hitting and missing. We're just sharing from several experiences that we've had, personal experiences with training other people. But you know what? When you ask a question, it's almost like the nail of your own personal challenge that is stopping you from achieving what you've learned from that particular session is sticking out. And then with the hammer of our answer, we just nail it in. You get the point. One other way I like to think about it is this: when you ask a question, it's almost like you are squeezing us. When you squeeze lemon, you get lemon juice. When you squeeze pineapple, you get pineapple juice. When you squeeze apple, you get apple juice. When you squeeze the Masterful Speakers coach, you get the most masterful answers that will help you to become a masterful speaker. So you squeeze all of the masterful speaking juices out of me when you ask questions. Okay, so ask questions, present your challenges, and that's what makes this a coaching class. Do you get a point? Coaching is really about the kind of interaction that we have. When you ask a question, and then we're able to do it together. And then again, interact with others via the WhatsApp group chat. See, sometimes what is keeping you from transformation is because of the people in your network, the people you're connected with. In this masterclass, I want to encourage you to do beyond just connecting with Coach David. I want you to connect with other people in this masterclass. And Ask Masterful Speaker or do say, that's the beautiful thing about the masterclass. You connect with everybody in the masterclass and you form new friends. You check out their status, you see the beautiful things that they are doing, and you call up each other. I've seen beautiful friendship growing out of this masterclass, and it's just really beautiful. And let me quickly say this. For me, the Global Masterful Speakers Network is not a place where I keep the people who have taken my class. And if you notice, see, in this class, I get connected with the people in this masterclass. They are family. Last month, in fact, today makes it exactly 1 month, after my engagement ceremony, and by tomorrow it will be exactly 1 month after my wedding. So by tomorrow I'll be 1 month in marriage. Now I said that for a reason. See, the Global Masterful Speakers Network supported my wedding. I mean, I didn't tell them to do anything, but they supported the wedding. It's a beautiful, beautiful kind of family that will form in the Global Masterful Speakers Network. And I want to assure you that this is what awaits you when you actually completely commit to this masterclass. See, I've told you, this is not going to be like a class. This is an adventure. I can say the congratulations. Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you, Miriam. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thank you, Zainab. Thank you. So yeah, we celebrate with each other in the Masterful Speakers Network. So that is that about some winning principles that can help you to get the best from the masterclass. Now, the next thing I want to share with you is the masterclass would take you. This slide was actually prepared by the coordinator for the Masterful Speakers Challenge. So this masterclass will take you from this level. Can you see? Can someone describe the picture you can see on the left side of your screen? Describe that picture. Okay, yeah, the picture you can see on the screen. Describe it in one word. You guys just describe this picture in one word. I'll be back. Just give me a minute or two. When I return, I will read your comments about the description, okay? So describe this in one word. While I'm away, Masterful Speaker Oduse, please take the ground for me. Masterful Speaker Oduse, hold the ground. I'll be back in the next 1 or 2 or 3 minutes. Masterful Speaker Oduse, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, sir.
Yeah, please hold the ground for me. I'll be back.
All right, sir. All right. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, I remember when last I saw this picture. Yeah, yes, these people are really bold. They are like, if I should guess, what is this man saying? Is it of any value to us? Like, what can we obviously learn from this? Or saying things like irrelevant, or probably is not confident about how he's speaking, so they are not feeling the fluency or is not flowing. You know, there are some people that when they speak as events, they don't get to really flow with the audience. Like he has not really probably studied the audience to know what they would want to hear. So they are not really feeling the vibe and all. So that's why they are all bored and stuff, all like that. Then I remember the last time he showed us this picture in the Masterful Speaking coaching class. I got a word from it called oranges. So if you want to be a good Masterful speaker, you have to bring orange into the picture. And what do I mean by something oranges? Orange in graphic design, something lively, something cheerful, something inviting, something special, something creative. The creativity, the liveliness in your speech matters a lot. Matters a lot. Like, you know, you are like, you mentioned something. You mentioned like if you are going to an event or you are asked to speak in an event, you should be there before the you just visualize yourself talking. And if you can't get to that event, at least just from experience, just try to like how many people will be there, like what is usually their expectation, what are they anticipating, stuff like that, so that when you get there to speak to them, they won't be like, oh, this boring guy or this boring lady has come again to come and do what? To come and bore us out and everything. So that's what this picture means to me. Yeah. So you're back, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Masterful Speaker Oduse, for holding the ground for me. I'm deeply grateful to you. So let me read the comments that our Masterful Speakers have submitted. Masterful Speaker Deborah said, boring. Masterful Speaker Miriam said, exhausted. The people are exhausted. And then Masterful Speaker Zainab said, boring. Masterful Speaker Andrew Gold said, dry. Masterful Speaker Namdi Anebe said, not engaging. Masterful Speaker Oladato said, the people are tired. The people are tired. Okay, now, fantastic. So now, do you want to ever be a speaker who would produce this kind of effect in these people? Deborah said, hell no. All right. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, good. Now, here is it. Now, give me a word. Give me a word for what you would like to see in your audience. Just a word for what you would like to see in your audience when you speak to them. Give me a word. I'm waiting. Zainab would like to see chairs. Miriam would like to see them interested. Masterful Speaker Oduse would like to see attention and enthusiasm. Deborah would like them to be active. Interesting. Now let me say this. Do you know that the words you have just given, full concentration, Andrew Gold said, do you know that the words you have just given, those are the things you need to be as a speaker in order to see those things in your audience? So let's test it. Look at this. Masterful Speaker Zainab said she wants to see chairs in the audience. In other words, that means you have to be a cheering audience, a cheering speaker in order for you to have a cheerful audience. Be a cheering speaker. Be a cheering speaker, one who is cheerful. If you are cheerful, the audience will be cheerful. Look at it. I'm cheerful. I don't know if you guys are cheerful right now. You get the point. That's the truth. It's a mirroring effect. The reason your audience is bored is because you are bored. You are bored about the subject you're talking about, so the audience has no choice but to be bored. You are the leader. They're looking at you, and whatever they see in you is what would replicate in them. If you're unsure, your audience will be unsure about you. Do you get a point? So that's the first secret I think you guys are even learning before we get into the class. So chairs. If you want chairs in the audience, then you cheer the audience. You are cheerful to the audience. I did not know when Masterful Speaker Arnold got into the class. Really? Who approved your entrance into the class? That was interesting. Okay, that's the Vice President of the Friendship Leadership Institute. I'll allow him to talk to you guys very soon. Okay, so let me just quickly go to the next PowerPoint. I'm still going to talk about each of those words. Yes, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So look at this. Chairs, right? Like you want your audience to be cheerful. You have to be a chair. Look at that top picture over there. What do you see? Look at that man talking. Did you see him as a cheerful speaker? Like talking is cheerful, man. Look at that. Then you want your audience to be interested. Then you have to be interested. You see, sometimes, it's said in the world of speaking that it is better that you're interested than you're interested. And the idea is this: if you're interested in your audience, if you're interested in them getting the maximum value, they'll find you interested. It's as simple as that. If you're interested, they'll find you interesting. So you see, that's what I'm talking about, Miriam. Now, Masterful Speaker Oduse said, attention and enthusiasm. That's what you want to see in your audience. Now, that means that as the speaker, you must pay attention to the audience. See, I'm paying attention to you guys right now. I'm trying to speaking to you guys right now. Like, I'm paying attention. So if you're paying attention to your audience and you're not distracted, they'll pay attention to you. Attention and enthusiasm. And are you feeling the enthusiasm, the energy in me? If you're enthusiastic, your audience is going to be enthusiastic about what you are telling them. So that's it. And then Deborah said active. Then you have to be an active speaker. Andrew Gold said full concentration, just like attention. Then you have to pay full concentration to your audience. Yeah. Can you see Deborah? It's working out. Masterful speaker, Arnold, you're welcome. Coach Arnold, leader Arnold, all the way from Ghana. All right. So don't worry. I'll give you the time to talk when it's time. So let's keep moving. All right. Simple video tips. Simple video tips. Always face the source of light when you're doing a video. See, in my room, this is my study actually. There are some lights, like there is. It's not only one bulb in this room. There are 3 bulbs in this room. Okay, and I make sure that the bulbs are not directly under me. Like they're not directly. I'm not sitting directly under the bulbs. There are 2 bulbs right in front of my camera. Okay, so let the light be in front of your camera, like by that, no, not in front of your camera, in front of your device. Face the light, okay, and then in other words, always face the source of light. And then if you're using a front camera, let the front camera back the source of light. Don't back the source of light. Face the source of light. Do you get that? Then look into the camera lens. This stuff I'm trying to block right now. Look into the camera lens when you are trying to record your video, because during the practice exercises you're going to be recording videos. So look into the camera when you're talking, and don't be distracted while you're talking. This is a coaching session, so I can look around and try to get notes and stuff like that. But your practice is just going to last for like 2 to 3 minutes, of you speaking directly into the camera. So do it and focus on the camera from the beginning to the end, except you want to look away for effect. You get a point? Then we encourage you to dress well. In fact, if it's possible, put on suit and tie. Do you get it? Dress very professionally. Dress well. Then wear a smile. Wear a smile. You're not speaking at a funeral, right? So wear a smile when you are making your presentation. Then avoid reading directly from a note. Don't do that. In fact, there was a particular time in the masterclass, we had this very great speaker. This great speaker was so very passionate, but he did not become the most masterful speaker, because we give awards in this class after the masterclass. Okay, so he did not become the most masterful speaker for one reason. Like, the only reason he did not become the most masterful speaker was because whenever he did his video, it was very obvious that he was reading from his notes. He was very articulate. He was very passionate. He was very confident. It was everything you needed in a masterful speaker. But he did not become the most masterful speaker. He became the most promising, actually. He did not become the most masterful speaker because he was using his notes. You get a point. Someone said, how about those with big cheeks? Wear a smile regardless. We love your big cheeks just like that. Okay, and then practice, 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 practice. And then be bold. Be bold. No one will eat you. Be bold. Light has gone out from here. Someone should give me a moment. I'll be back. Masterful Leader Arnold, please take charge and take charge, Leader Arnold. Leader Arnold, are you there?
Yes, Chris, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Arnold, and I bring you greetings all the way from Ghana. I'm so glad to be a part of you this evening. And I would like to take it right from where Coach has left off. He said, be bold, no one will eat you. Basically, what it means is that in that room where you are the spotlight is on you, and you're the one speaking at that moment, everyone is under your command, because everyone is paying attention to you. They are eager to hear whatever you're saying. So they, in that moment, look up to you. So if you approach them with that mindset that at this very moment, these people look up to me and they expect value from me, then you've got to be bold and give them value. But if you are approaching them with that mindset of, hey, what if what I'm saying is not what they want to hear? You will be found wanting and you may be found fumbling, and you wouldn't, in the end, you wouldn't be able to deliver as you're supposed to deliver. It doesn't matter whether you have the content or the pedagogy. If you are not bold, you wouldn't be able to deliver. And as masterful speakers, we train you to be bold. We train you to say it as it is. We train you to have that value given mentality. To be bold. No one will eat you. I hope we are getting it interesting. And also, one other thing too I want to add is the fact that you should hasten the day. And when I say hasten the day, what I basically mean is this: where you started from now, or where you are starting from now, you have a vision in mind. You have a target you want to reach, and that target has time limits. It is time bound. And after that time, you would want to see yourself speaking to a particular class of people. You want to see yourself giving value or adding value to some particular type of people. And I'm telling you to hasten the day. What I mean is that when you start this journey, a lot is going to come your way. A lot of pressure, whatever is going to come your way. But rather than see them as stumbling blocks, you should use them as stepping stones that would propel you quickly to get to where you want to get to. You want to get to that level where you give value. You want to get to that level where you impact and you make and your influence is felt on other people and on your audience. So hasten the day, no matter the stumbling blocks, no matter the difficulty you face along. I know some of you are shy, some of you, yeah, you've never spoken in public before, some of you find very difficult answering questions in class. But here, as the common ground, we are all equal, we are all the same, and we are all learners. So hasten the day, get to the point where you want to get to, and have fun while doing it. Thank you very much. Coach, your mic is turned off.
Thank you, Leader Arnold. So, Masterful Speakers, you've just heard from the Vice President of the Friendship Leadership Institute, Leader Arnold. Best Days, Siwar. Like, Best Days is his nickname. But I want to tell you the best days are here. He doesn't believe that the best days are far off. He believes that the best days are here. So, these are your best days, okay? And you're going to be meeting him, you're going to be connecting with him in a masterclass, and you're going to love him. I can assure you that you're going to love him. So I just discovered that my gen developed a fault, so we have to quickly run off so that we can finish this whole thing. So practice, 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 practice. Listen to me. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Action is the true power. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Action is power. So you're going to learn a lot. Like, you're going to find a lot of fantastic things to learn in this masterclass. Sometimes you're leaving class and you're all fired up. Your status is full. You're excited. Like, you're so excited. We tell you, no. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is only potential power. Now go take action, because action is the real power. So practice, practice, practice. And then here is, yeah, action is power. Action is the real power. Speaking is the real power. It's not just hearing about speaking. Okay, speaking is the real power. Then here is something that Masterful speaker Dr. T. Kayode, who is the owner of the slides I'm using, knowledge applied, and that's action. Knowledge applied is action, Deborah. You get the points, right? So be bold. No one will eat you. That's what Masterful speaker Dorcas T. Kayode loves to say. Masterful speaker Dorcas isn't here to tell you the story about practice. But let me see if I can quickly do it. Masterful speaker Dorcas will always tell the story about a community of hen. They went to have a meeting. They were annoyed. They were like, they were despised in the bird community because they weren't flying. So they went and had this meeting. And after the meeting, after all was said and done, these hens walked back to their cages. They walked back after having a very long conference on how that they ought to be taken seriously, because now they have to start flying. And after the meeting, they did not fly. They walked back to their cages. We would take them seriously. So here is it. If you have come to the Masterful Speakers Masterclass and you start to introduce yourself to other people as masterful speakers and you are not practicing speaking masterfully, no one is going to take you seriously. If you're not flying and you are still walking as a hen and not flying as an ego of a masterful speaker, no one is going to take you seriously. And it wouldn't be as if you have taken this class. So that's why we say practice, practice, practice. Don't be like those hens. Fly back to where you're going. And that's you? And people will be so amazed by you. You get a point. Practice, practice, practice. Be bold. No one will eat you. So when you are doing your practice exercise, when you are facing the camera, when you're speaking on stage, be bold. No one is going to eat you. So that's what Masterful speaker Dorcas T. Kayode says. And the gold said, practice makes permanence. I love that. I love that.